Hey everybody. So I'm going to show you how to do the interior shot on this next video. I was trying to do it all in one video, but it was getting too long and Clara was doing her thing. So there's a couple interior shots that Lori has saved here. Interior view 1. Let's take a look at that one. Here's one from inside the studio, which actually looks pretty nice. And let's go to interior view 2. This looks like a view in the entry. So let's do interior view 2. That one looks pretty good. I'm just going to tweak it a little bit to see if I can change some things. So one thing you'll notice here is in tight spots, like this kind of small photo studio, it's good to set your field of view right here. If I click on it, you can look in the bottom right hand corner. She has it set to 59. Let's just try 65. Kind of zooms me in a little closer, but with that, I can back up a little more, or that one. So I can actually get a little bit more from the space, but not much. So this is probably as best as we can do. I'm going to go to my little eye over here and look around. See what else we got in here. So I don't want to get, this looks pretty good. The floor starts getting a little weird. The walls get a little weird, like, because we're so close to the corner. So I'm just going to keep it about right. I'm looking at my right and left side of the screen here. I'm going to look at right there. Looks, see if we can get that window all the way in. There we go. Okay. So that looks pretty good. I'm going to just update that view. Now, I right clicked on the tab and clicked update. Now, if you're not seeing these like tools and stuff that I'm showing here, just go up to view toolbars and click on large tool set. That'll give you everything you need. I have getting started as well on there, but there's some repeats up here and over here, but you can do those two tool sets. You should be fine. Okay. One thing you'll notice that when your field of view is cranked pretty high, like it is in this case, you get these angles. Okay, look at this like structural pipe over here. It's like, I don't know, it's not vertical. Let's agree on that. So here's a setting you can use. You can go to camera, and right now we're in perspective, but I'm going to switch it to 2 point and look at that. Everything is, oops, just got off there. Let me go back to that interior view 2. Okay, I'm back to that view, and I'm just going to go camera 2 point and look at vertical, vertical. That's actually a pretty good shot. Now, I cut off some of the window up there, but I'm fine with that. I'm going to move it. You don't want to rotate right now, but you can pan and move it down or up. So if you look at the bottom of the screen, it's a little goofy down here because I'm so close to the corner. I'm just going to move it down, maybe about right there. And I get more of the window. I get more of the floor. Sides look good. This is really showing me this space that Lori has designed. So that looks good about right there. So I'm going to go ahead and update this view tab again. Okay, now I'm going to do everything I just did in that last video. I'm going to do it in here. So I'm going to export textures, lines, shadows, and then maybe I'll do a fun export as well. And then we'll move into Photoshop. So I'll go to my styles here. And I'm going to turn off edges, and I'm going to turn off shadows. And so I have just textures, but I'll use sun for shading. I'll keep that turned on. He looks like he went away, but don't worry about that quite yet. So I'm going to go File, Export 2D Graphic. And I am going to go into here, and I'm going to make a new folder. And I'll call it Photo Studio. Under layers. Photo texture. I think my JPEG options should be set the same. Oh, they're not. Oh yeah, I'm in a different file. Duh. I'm gonna do 3000. Rank all this stuff. Hit OK and hit export. Now I'm going to switch to hidden line. Go to edit. I'll turn off dashes and keep my edges turned on. That looks good. You're going to get some weird stuff for some models that you bring in, but that's okay. Don't sweat that stuff. Obviously, I can't see everything here, but well, let's turn on profiles. Oh, good. There we go. Turn on profiles. We get a little more information, and you can, I don't want this cranked like 5 because that looks kind of stupid, right? It looks like a cartoon, but it could look cool. But for our renderings, I'm just going to keep it at 1. I'll do file, export, 2D graphic. And I'll call it photo lines. Now I'm going to turn off both the edges and the profiles and just turn on my shadows. God, that looks really cool. And I'm just going to do file, export, 2D graphic, photo studio, shadow. And I'll just turn on my edges again. I'll turn off my shadows and let's do a fun one. Sketchy edges. Oh, we already did that. Let's try photo modeling. That looks weird. Color sets. Ooh. These are kind of fun. You could do something interesting here. If I want to like, ooh. I'm going to keep it on this. Let me see if I turn off edges. Oh no, I like the edges. All right, let's just keep that like that. I'm going to turn on profiles again. I'm going to do file. It's thinking. Export 2D graphic. I'll call this fun colors. And let's do another one. Let's try style builder competition winners. Ooh, that's kind of a nice hand drawing. That's kind of interesting. Actually, okay, I'm going to hold, okay, lines with wide marker. I'm going to hold on to that one. That's kind of nice. Ooh, that looked cool. That's interesting. Let's do this weird one. So I'm going to do file, export, 2D graphic, photo studio, crazy lines. Okay, so I have a bunch of stuff I've exported from SketchUp from the Garden Workshop model and now the Photo Studio model. So I'm going to stop this video here, and then in the next video, we'll do all Photoshop.